All right, let's dive in. Today, we are going to break down something that trips up so many foreign students in the US, the Individual Taxpayer Identification Number, or as you'll hear it called, the ITIN. If you got scholarship money but no social security number, trust me, this is the guide for you.
So picture this, you're here on an F, J, or M visa. You've got a scholarship or a grant, which is awesome, but then you run into this wall. You have to deal with US taxes, but you don't have a social security number to file with. What do? Well, that's exactly where the ITIN comes into play, and we're gonna walk you through how it all works step by step. Okay, first things first. Before you do anything else, you have to figure out which number you actually need. Is it a social security number, an SSN, or is it an ITIN? Getting this right from the get-go is absolutely critical because it sets you on one of two very different paths. So what's the difference? It's actually pretty simple, but you really need to get it right. If you are authorized to work in the US, you get an SSN, period, but if your visa is strictly for studying and you are not eligible for an SSN, then you'll need an ITIN to handle your taxes. Just think of it like this. The ITIN is for tax stuff, not for getting a job. All right, so you figured it out. No SSN for you. It's the ITIN you need. But hold on, why do you even need one? It's not something you get automatically. There are really only two main situations, two triggers that will require you to go out and get one. Okay, the first reason is pretty straightforward. You've got income, so you need to file a tax return with the IRS. Simple enough. But the second reason, now this is where things get really interesting. If your home country has a tax treaty with the US, you might be able to lower or even completely wipe out the tax on your scholarship. But here's the catch. To claim that sweet, sweet benefit, you have to have an ITIN. This is huge because getting an ITIN isn't just about following the rules. It can literally save you money. So the key to this whole thing, it all comes down to one single form, Form W-7. This piece of paper is your official request to the IRS. Understanding this form and how to fill it out correctly is the secret to getting your ITIN without any headaches. Okay, now listen up, because this is probably the most important tip in this whole explainer. See, normally you have to file a whole tax return right along with your W-7 application. But for students with scholarship income, there's this amazing shortcut. This is the one non-obvious piece of information that makes this whole process so much easier. And it has a name, Exception 2. This rule is basically tailor-made for you. It's the government's way of saying, hey, we know you need this number to sort out your scholarship money, even before you're ready to file a full return. This exception is the game changer that lets you apply for the ITIN by itself without all the complexity of filing your taxes at the same time. So how do you use this magic shortcut? It's a simple three-step dance. Step 1, you're going to give a Form W-8 Ben to your university. Step 2, you need to get a very specific letter from your school's designated school official, that's your DSO, or if you're a J1 student, your responsible officer, the RO. Think of them as your international student advisors. And finally, step 3, you file that Form W-7 along with all your other paperwork. All right, you've got the roadmap. Now let's talk about packing your bag for the trip. What documents do you actually need to gather for your application package? And trust me, you want to get this right the first time to avoid a whole world of rejections and long delays. So here's your checklist, your application toolkit. You'll need that finished Form W-7, your original passport or certified copy, a copy of your visa document, that I-20 or DS 2019, the official letter from your school that gave you the scholarship, and of course that special letter from your DSO or RO we just talked about. Now this next part is super, super important, so lean in. That letter from your DSO or RO isn't just any old letter. It has to have this exact wording. Why? Well, because this one little sentence is your golden ticket.
It's what proves to the IRS, hey, this person isn't eligible for an SSN, and it lets you skip the whole annoying step of getting an official denial letter from the Social Security Administration. It's a really clever and efficient workaround. Okay, your toolkit is packed. Your application is all put together and ready to go. So, now what? How do you actually get this thing to the IRS? Well, you've basically got 3 different paths you can take. First, you can just mail it in. This is what most people do, but, and this is a big but, you usually have to send your actual passport, which can be a little nerve-wracking. Second, you can go in person to a special IRS center where they can check out your documents right there. Or there's the third option, which is honestly my favorite. You can use an official acceptance agent. A lot of universities and accounting firms have them. They can verify your passport so you don't have to mail it, and then they send everything off for you. It's often the safest and easiest way to go. All right, let's fast forward. Your application went through, you got that 9-digit number in the mail. Awesome. But what is this thing really? What can it do? And just as important, what can't it do? Understanding its purpose and its limits is absolutely essential. If you remember one thing, and I mean one thing from all of this, let it be this. An ITIN is a tax processing number. That's it. That's its whole job. It exists for one reason and one reason only, to let the IRS keep track of your tax stuff. It is not an ID card. Let's break that down just to be crystal clear. What is it for? Filing your federal taxes and reporting your income. That's the list. And what is it not for? Well, it is absolutely not a work permit. It doesn't change your immigration status one bit. And if you ever do become eligible for a Social Security number down the road, the ITIN does not, I repeat, does not replace it. It's just a special tool for a very specific job. And there you go. That's the ITIN for foreign students, demystified. Now you know the why, the what, and the how, especially that super handy Exception 2 shortcut that can make your life so much easier. So, what's another confusing part of the US system you want us to tackle next? Drop a comment below and let us know.